Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Smequle, and in today's video, we're going to be seeing if a team of the best bench players in the NBA could win an NBA championship. Our first player on our team is going to be Derrick Rose. He has started in one of the 32 games he has played so far in the season. He's averaging 17.5 points per game and 5.8 assists per game. The second player on our team is going to be Lou Williams. He has started in 4 of the 35 games he has played this season. He's averaging 19.6 points per game and 3.3 assists. Next, we have Dennis Schroder. He has actually not started a single of the 36 games he's played this season. He's averaging 18.5 points per game and 3.7 assists. Next up, we have yet another guard. We got Goran Dragic. He has started one of the 26 games he has played this season, averaging 15.9 points per game and 5 assists. Then finally, getting away from the guards, we got Montrezl Harrell, who has started 2 of the 37 games he's played this season, averaging 19.4 points per game and 7.3 rebounds. Then we got Serge Ibaka, and Serge right now, he's actually starting for the Raptors, and that's only because Marc Gasol is out. But when Marc Gasol is actually healthy and playing, Serge is usually going to be on the bench. So that's why I actually included him in this team. Serge has started 10 of the 27 games he's played so far this season. So starting less than half, making him a bench player. He's averaged 14.6 points per game and 8.3 rebounds. Next up, we got Davis Bertans, who has started 4 of the 28 games he's played this season. He's averaging 15.4 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, and he's also shooting 43.4% from the three-point line. Next up, we got Dwight Howard, who has started 0 of the 37 games he's played in this season. He's averaging 7.1 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks. He's also going to be participating in this year's slam dunk contest. Next up, we got Bogdan Bogdanovic. He started 0 of the 30 games he's played this season, averaging 14.5 points per game and 3.6 assists. And then lastly, we got Alec Burks, who started 14 of the 35 games he's played this season, averaging 15.8 points per game and 4.5 rebounds. So that is going to be our final team right here. And certain players on this list you might think didn't deserve the spot here. But what I actually did with this team is I wanted to make sure that we had at least 2 players at every single position. That way our team was well-rounded. And then we have these guys in an NBA 2K20 My League. We're just going to simulate through a season, see how good these guys can do, see if they can win an NBA championship, and see if they can get any awards. I'm going to put a vote on the screen right now. I want you guys to vote whether or not you think this team can go and win an NBA championship. We're at the NBA awards, and unfortunately, not a single one of our players ended up getting an award. I was hoping maybe we would still get a 6th Man of the Year award, but that ended up going to Jusuf Nurkic. We are playing with injury-free rosters, so this is going to be a lot harder than normal for our team to win if all the teams had all their injuries. But let's see if anybody on our squad ends up getting on the All-NBA teams. Nobody on the first team, nobody on the second team, and nobody on the third team either. So far, not looking too great for our team. If we actually check out our record, we end up going 40-42, which somehow gets this team the 7th seed in the playoffs. So let's just go over to here to league standings, because I don't know how a losing record. So same record as the Heat, but I guess we want a head-to-head or something like that. So we end up getting the higher seed in the playoffs, barely making playoffs though. 2 losses off not even making it in. And I thought this team was going to do a lot better than how they actually did. Coming over to our player stats here, Lou Williams is going to be our lead scorer, 16.8 points per game. Dennis Schroder also put up 15, which is kind of funny because he's the backup to Lou Williams, so I thought he wouldn't be scoring as much. D Rose put up some good numbers. I mean, everybody's kind of around the same, right in the middle there, 10 to 15 point range in our starting lineup. Our guards are doing most of the scoring though. Rebounds per game, going to be Montrezl Harrell, 9.2 rebounds per game. Assist goes to D Rose. Let's see who shot the best. So Montrezl Harrell shooting 60%. D Rose actually shot 51.3%. And then Davis Bertans shoots 44% from the 3-point line. So none of our players are actually going to get up there on league leaders. I thought that some of these guys would actually go ahead and score a lot more points, but most of these players are doing worse than how they are in real life. I'm going to check out the team stats now, see how they compared to the rest of the teams in the NBA. Points per game, they're 21st in the league, but points allowed per game, they're 18th. So kind of in the middle, going towards that lower end of the league in terms of points per game and points allowed. Their differential was -1. They had a losing record. They were 4th in the league for field goal percentage, which is pretty good. Maybe they just weren't shooting enough, or maybe they just had too many turnovers. 8th for 3-point percentage. Rebounds per game, they were actually the 2nd worst rebounding team in the entire NBA. 11th for assists per game. 25th for steals per game. And then 4th for blocks per game. So not the best in terms of stats. Our players have improved a little bit here, though. Montrezl Harrell's an 86. Serge Ibaka's up to an 85 overall. D Rose is an 85. Lou Williams is an 84. Schroder's an 83. I mean, our guys have improved quite a bit this season, but it is not showing in the record. We're just going to see how they end up doing in the playoffs here. They got to face off against the 76ers in the first round, and this might actually be the end of their run. Let's go ahead into the simulation. 76ers up 1-0, 76ers up 2-0, and the 76ers are up 3-0. Hopping into game number 4 here, our bench players are actually up by 2 points, so they might be able to go ahead and get a game here. But let's find out. That's a brick shot, but Embiid with the board, and then he misses. Here we are, Goran Dragic, the perfect release from 3. You guys do get to check out our custom jerseys and, of course, the custom court as well. Thibault with the perfect release there. Look at this, Bogdanovic left wide open from 3, but he can't hit it. D Rose inside, little floater's no good. Joel Embiid wide open for the easy dunk, and the 76ers tied up. Our bench players are not performing too well right now. And now Burke inside, just blowing by D Rose for the easy layup, and the 76ers take the lead. And if they win this one, they get a 4-0 sweep. 76ers just running down the clock right now. Burke puts up the tough shot, no good. And the bench players are just going to run it up the court here despite being down by 2. Lou Williams inside, and the bucket is good. We are going to overtime, and we are close in overtime here yet again. 76ers up by 1 point. They're going to the line right here, and he bricks the first shot. And you get the second one. It is good to go. So 76ers up by 2. All right, here we go. Bench players need this to win this game. 7 seconds left. They're going to give the ball to Lou Williams, which is probably a pretty good idea. Lou from 3, and that is no good. The 76ers are going to sweep the team of bench players. And that is going to be the end of the road for our bench players. Had a losing record during the regular season, and they weren't able to win a playoff game. And despite how good some of these guys are on the team, they are bench players, and it does make sense why they weren't able to win an NBA championship. And the Golden State Warriors are actually going to end up winning the NBA championship. Of course, this is the uninjured Warriors, so their team is pretty good when they're all healthy. They end up winning the championship, which is pretty surprising. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure that you do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss out on more uploads. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the